Hey, Gran Turismo family, how you doing? You started playing Gran Turismo and you want to know the best way to collect cars, what cars to collect, just simple stuff, or even what's the best tracks for fast money making? I'm about to show you a couple tricks that I've been doing, and I wish I would have known from the beginning so I can work my way up there so I can build my 509 or 520 car collection that I have. I've spent about 1,021 hours. I'm a basic everyday driver. I'm not the best in the world, but I got some good tricks that I've been doing for quite some time. Check it out.
Thumbs up. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to show you my way of doing this money thing. So the first thing you're going to want to do, of course, is get your license. Do some missions if you can. Um, you'll want to buy your first car from used cars. They're going to give you like 20,000 in credits. I was just looking at some of these cars that are like in 20,000. I've bought almost every one, so it might not be no 20,000. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like 20,000, and they'll tell you which. There's like three choices you can choose. I've got every single car except for one. It's like $20 million. So definitely work on your licenses. If you just want to get some licenses, then do all your bronzes. I believe the maximum you need is IA, which is going to be these. And if you want, wait, hold on a second. Normal license IA, which is going to give you these here. That's the one I'm missing, but on the gold, you can get the bronze. They're simple enough to do with the controller. Okay, and if you want to get your super license, you're gonna have to work for it. But you get some vehicles with it too. If you get all bronze, you get that car right there, which is a car that I really like a lot. Um, so, and then the next thing you want to do is do all your cafes before you go and start grinding for money. Do all the cafes. If you're collecting the cars, take a screenshot of this or something and go through and collect these vehicles. Try to buy these cars here because what's going to happen is like if you collect all three of these G2 cars, then you're going to get a roulette. All right, you're going to get a roulette for these. You're going to get a roulette for these. So purchase these before you go and start purchasing different cars that you want to try out. The majority of the cars on here are pretty fun to drive. I like that one right there, Dento. And then some of these group C's like this one, that's amazing. You get your American cars, your Lamborghinis, your Red Bulls. Those are really hard to drive, but they're fun too. So collect all these vehicles that you can. All right. Once you got these, and at that point you can start buying different cars. Okay. Do your menu books. You got 51 menu books. 51. That's a lot. Now, once you've completed all your menu books, there's a couple other things too. Every single week, you're going to have a weekly challenge, which is coming up here that I haven't completed yet. I still got two left. There's 6 days events. Do these, okay? All you need is third place to win. You don't have to be first place, and you'll get 100,000 for first prize, 200 for third prize, and then 500,000 in credits to complete all the systems. Plus, you get money for each track that you race on. All right. If you want to build up your process after you've completed all your cafes, these are all your progress that you want to do. Once you're in there, you also have the chance to going back into your championships on the very, very bottom. I completely forget about these, so sometimes if I want to go in here and I race these and select some vehicles and you win a certain amount of money, which is not a lot, but it's still something so you can get yourself better on. Now, here's a tricky part. All right, you've completed all your cafes, or you've gotten to, I think, number 39, and you have 7 million in credits. You want to start grinding. Check your legends out and look at these two vehicles, two or three vehicles. My favorites are the 787B and R9 2CP. Those are my two favorite cars that I use. They're 5.3 million in credits. Some people like the Jaguar, some people like the Porsche. This is the least expensive. You can still tune it and drive it. The track is Car Sardegna and it is in a European side. All right. Some of these other cars are okay. You can do an engine swap on this one, I think, and then I think this one is for your one of your trophies. But you're not going to beat this game in one day. It's going to take you a few hours. And I mean, like, I got 1,021 hours, and I'm still completing the game. Sport. If you do have the onlines, you can go in here and do your lap time challenge. Now these are fun. Bronze is simple enough to get. Gold, silver, and gold, you're gonna have to really work for them. Just kind of look and see here. I am sitting at, so to get so look at this, 149,830, and I'm 5.49. I'm just literally 400th of a second away, less than that, and I can get silver, which is gives you a million in credit. I got 12 days. I'm probably going to practice a little bit more after this video, but that's just a quick way. And if you really want to work on it, you'll spend probably 5 hours getting to 2 million in credits, unless you're just natural. There's 0.01% for that. So that's just my thought. So what car would I use for Sardinia? There's two vehicles that I love using. Actually, three vehicles, but I'm going to just talk about the two basic ones because it's the ones you can purchase today. You go into your Sardinia road track. You go all the way to your 800 pp World TC 800. The car I always use for this track, and I just added a third one, but it is my Porsche 919 hybrid. I I love this one. Um, Now this is my tune setup for it. You can do a few more things, like if you want better, you know, more resistance, more response, you can turn this up and down. Remember, it gives you making the front anti-roll bar will invoke understeer, while stiffening the rear will cause more oversteer. Understeer, oversteer. So turn left and go straight. That's called understeering. Turn left and your back comes around. It's called oversteering. Okay, so keep that in mind for pretty much everything, along with um, your damping compression and all that good stuff. If you make it too tight, you hit a bump, you're going to bounce up and down, but it does make the car smoother. And then your negative cambers and your toe in and toe out. If you flat, so the camber, your tires are like this or like this, the more flat it is, and your toe in, toe out. So if you want to go in a straight line, like put the rear in a little bit, and it should keep your car straighter, or the front in a little bit, and the back you get a little more traction on the push. Play with the car as much as possible, and this setup here. So no nitrous on this track, of course, and the thing about this car, there's not a lot of horsepower or torque, so you're not going to go very fast. The maximum speed about this car is going to be right about 180 miles per hour. So you'll want to tune this down to like 300 kilometers per hour. If you want to cap the gear out, I keep it where it's at just because I like to go to seventh gear and save me some fuel. I like to pit one time. I can do it between 24:30 and 25:50, unless I get hit by a car, then it goes to 26:30. But that's the fastest way to make it under an hour, 1.4 million in credit. All right, the next car that I use is going to be the Audi R2. Um, and this Porsche is 3 million in credits, while the Audi R2 is going to be this guy here. This one is 1 million in credit, but there's a hidden feature in this vehicle that I like a lot, and I use hard. I could probably go mediums and probably do some difference here. Maybe turn down I want more horsepower, not foot-pounds of torque. Let's see. So that one there, if I get medium, I get more grip. But this has DRS active. It's kind of like, see how my rear wing is at 1,000? By hitting the DRS, it reduces it. It opens the back wing up. I'll demonstrate right quick. Um, Time trial, Sardinia, evening. Now, this is, like I said, it's my way of doing this. You don't have to follow mine. You can follow anyone else's, but it's kind of cool because I'm your everyday racer. I'm not the fastest in the world. Now watch my rear wing when I hit the DRS button. Hold on. I guess I could be going a certain speed. There we go. Oh God. All right, look at my rear wing. See how See how it flaps? Look, it reduces drag. All right, let's go again the other way. Now, watch this. Look at my wing. And you got to be at almost 100 miles per hour. But oh crap, I'm driving backwards. It gives you a little bit more top end speed, less drag on the rear because you really turn it down quite a bit to do its. I'm getting pretty good at that. And this helps you build the speed. Now, you're not going to just hop on a track and not know what's going on. So you have to play the game. Get out there, drive the track, make mistakes. You can do assisted driving if you want. Right now, I just keep the brake because sometimes I forget where to brake at. It just helps me. Like I said, I'm not a professional player. I'm not going to be doing all kinds of stuff. With this vehicle, I probably pit twice, but I can still finish it within 26 minutes. And you have a very powerful car also. If you do assisted driving, and I always shift with manual transmission, it helps me with the fuel monitoring. This turn about 75 miles per hour is good, then punch it at that apex. Now check this out. See, I got a little bit faster on that off, on. It gets a little bit on a higher speed. And this has 6 gears. I didn't even touch the 6 gears, so you'll want to tune your vehicle out and take your time. Traction control is a beautiful thing. It's really hard to gauge. You're not driving a real car, so the 40 miles per hour it looks like it's super slow. When you're doing 40 on a turn, I just did 100 miles per hour on a turn. This one I'm probably going to do it about 100. I mean 50. I'm sorry. A little bit too slow, but you get the drift. You're taking a turn at 40 miles per hour. You think you're going to drop your minivan on the ground. But this is, like I said, my simple way of doing the game to where I can learn how to play it. Learn the track, learn the turns, and don't be afraid of using your assistants. All right. This is also something. If you're not very good with manual transmission on a controller, no big deal. You can go to automatic. Traction control, you can make that default on here. ABS, I always have it on auto drive. You literally just have to press the gas and it will stop and for you and it'll assist your turn left and right. You're not going to finish it in about 26 minutes, 27 minutes. You're going to probably take the entire turn and you're going to run really slow laps, but it is there. Driving lines shows you where the lines are. You'll learn that through time. Braking indicator says when to brake on top of the brake pad that you have, like this one here. And return track after leaving car. Sometimes getting off the dirt track is really hard because there's so much power behind it. Active stability keeps your vehicle straight. And then counter steer. So if you get hit by a vehicle or you hit something and instead of your vehicle doing that and going straight, it kind of helps the vehicle. It's like someone grabbing a Hot Wheel car and turning it and making it go straight. So I hope this helps you guys out on how to get some quick money and take your time with the game. Don't let people on the internet. I was like, oh, you're only running it. See, like my fastest lap is 126.288 with a Mazda LM55. Don't let people on the internet make you think like, oh man, I'm not that good or I'm slow. Look, even the best of the best, like Igor Fraga or Serrano, those guys are on top because this is what they do 12 hours a day while you have a full-time job. Okay. So that's their full-time job and you're pretty good at your job. This is a long enough video on how to do certain things, but I just want to say thank you very much for coming to my channel and we will see you guys next time. Oop, wrong one. Hopefully you come back for more, and I always like to do some fun videos. So we will see you next time. See you later.